Hello everyone, Dragon Souls here, and welcome back to the Outer Worlds. That's right, this is officially going to be part 1 of my gameplay, okay? The official gameplay of all time. The ultimate mastery comes not of the body, but of the mind. No, I'm kidding. I am at 100% pure love. I am at 100% now, everyone. The headache I had is finally gone. I have been bellying that damn thing for all fucking day, ever since this morning. And it's now gone, and I made a video for my YouTube channel, okay? And I've asked everyone, would you like for me to live stream this gameplay on YouTube or on Twitch? And I got and let everybody know it wasn't peed off at them at all, my subscribers or anybody like that. I wasn't mad, none of them at all. And I explained some things, details with them, you know, and I don't know, I wasn't mad at them at all, okay? But I asked them what would be better if should I live stream this on YouTube or on Twitch? And I got a response from everyone. Trust me when I say this. Twitch, I hope you're listening to me. I hope you're listening to this. Because this is a direct message to you guys. I just got a message from some of my subscribers over on YouTube, and one of them was Barry. Now, one of my good long-time subscribers told me to live streaming the game over here on Twitch because it's way better, and uploads it for them not to worry about it. And like I told, and they said this, and I'm also saying as well. Twitch don't have to worry about it and being on 2 platforms because it won't be on 2 platforms. And once I upload it to my computer, it will be deleted off of Twitch, so they won't have to worry about that at all. And this video will be on demand over on YouTube from here on out, okay? I've already asked my subscribers, and they've already, I had a lot of people tell me they love it better like this, because, quite frankly, they actually get to see it on demand on YouTube at 480p, and they really love it more than they do on stream over on YouTube, because let's face it, YouTube's a big pile of shit, you know, when it comes to live streaming, and it's pixeled over there, and you can't hardly see crap, you know. And over here on Twitch, you can see a lot better over here, because Twitch's quality is a lot better on live streaming, you know. And on demand on YouTube, it's okay. It's better over there on demand because, let's face it, it's 420 and 480p. So yeah. So I want to give a massive shout out to all my subscribers over there who let me know about that, and I appreciate it very much. Okay, I really do. If I didn't give a shit about my subscribers or my viewers, I wouldn't be doing this right now, okay? I really wouldn't. So, we're gonna begin this game right now.
Why stay earthbound when prosperity awaits you in the stars? Come to Halcyon, the only colony on the edge of the frontier, owned and operated by corporations. A trip of 10 short years will feel like mere minutes, thanks to the comfort and safety of your very own hibernation chamber. You'll wake up in a perfect society designed to maximize your productivity with guaranteed full employment. With only a minor term of service, you will become the master of your own destiny when you go out of this world to the Halcyon Colony.
Hundreds of thousands of colonists left to drift out here forever, just to keep from damaging the board's bottom line. Disgraceful.
Okay, here we go. Let me make sure that y'all can actually hear me. Okay, y'all can. I have on my muted, so yeah. That's the way it is, that's the way it is, so yeah. Oh yeah, baby.
Finally, someone I can have a conversation with. This one had a, what are those called again? Social life.
Oh, excuse me, woo. I fell in love again last night. You bit into your dick blind arm. Range.
You are going to paint this system red, my friend. If you wanted to steal from the rich, you've come to the right colony. I hear Monarch's in need of more game hunters. A crack shot. Capital. If we're ever captured, I'll let you do the talking. Subtle and discreet. Exactly what I need.
Okay.
This colony does love its elevators.
Oops. Wrong button. I'll do. That there. Okay. Oh, eyebrow. Jaw. Mouth. Nose. Okay, hair. It has to look. I want him to look like Triple H. That looks kind of like the old Triple H. Okay, Triple H. Triple H. You don't have to tell me what he is. Stupid phone. Triple H.
If we're ever captured, I'll let you do the talking.
Okay, 43. Okay, wait. 40.
If you wanted to steal from the rich, you've come to the right colony.
Okay. Oh, I tried. Whoops. Wrong button.
Looks to be your lucky day, my friend.
Please power down your engines and prepare to be...
Not likely, bootlickers. Initiate skip jump.
Status. Structural integrity down 25%. Power levels down 20%. If drive is
Shit.
inoperable.
Ah, there you are. Wondering what's going on, eh? Bit of bad news there, I'm afraid.
Your colony ship was inexplicably knocked out of skip space and forced to complete its journey at sublight speeds. This means that you and every other colonist on the Hope have been in suspended animation for 70 years, give or take. Normally, reviving someone after so long leads to some quite horrifying results. It's called explosive cell death, but it's really more of a liquefaction. Something wrong? Oh, yes, well, not to worry. I've pumped your body full of a special concoction I devised to keep you from dying so horrifically. Hopefully at all, but I guess we'll see, yes? Unfortunately, I used the last of my chemical supplies saving you. I know it's a lot to ask, but I must have your help securing more if we're to save the rest of your fellow colonists. I'd see it done myself, of course, but the board has a sizable bounty on my head. Now, my ship is inoperative, but I've managed to hire a smuggler to help you out. He'll be... Oh, I see we're in position. Good luck!
Can you hear me? Is this thing working? Ah, there you are. Now, where were we? Oh, yes, the smuggler. His name is Hawthorne, and he should be waiting for you at the landing site. He's to be your chauffeur, so to speak. Not to worry. I'm told he's a specialist. Dashing gunslinger, one-of-a-kind ship, that sort of thing. You'll like him, I'm sure. I've also outfitted you with a simple wireless monitor, so I can track your progress. I'll check in with you as soon as you land. Good luck. All the colonists are counting on you. Hawthorne should be close by. What in law's name? Is that him? Oh, that idiot. I told him to plant the beacon and move away, not stand there holding it. Oh well, no sense in letting his ship go to waste. Hawthorne won't mind you taking his ship. Better you than the board, huh? Not sure I trusted the fellow. Might have gone after the bounty on my head. Shame about the whole squashing thing. Nasty way to go.
Where are we at? Are we? Something tells me we're not in Kansas anymore. Oh, we're up to see the wizard, the Wonder Wizard of Oz. Talk about a house falling down, falling on top of a witch. What? Now remember everyone, we're not going to do melee anymore. Here we're going to do, it's all going to be guns. In fact, let me go ahead and save here. Okay, now, hey, well, that's cool. I didn't know that, but I can actually, I can create me a new character if I want to, and play that character like I did with the outline, the Cold Vein, and then sit here and play how I want to do it, you know.
Easy now. You've been frozen for a while. Bound to be unforeseen side effects.
Ow.
Hey, you, come here. You've tried the best now. Now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Oh, wow, that stings. Looks like the bleeding stopped. I owe you one. Hope you don't mind me omitting this little exchange from my report. Spacer's choice doesn't like us accepting outside help. Better, thanks to you. I might have bled out on my own. Or worse, had to go begging the boss for some Adrena time. We were out on patrol. I saw a marauder camp up in the hills. Thought I could take him. Then my gun misfired. Right through my side. I mean, what are the odds of that, right? Just barely scraped by with my life. Crawled in here and blocked off the exit with those canisters. Gibbering, flesh-eating, law-breaking, unemployed lunatics with guns. Some hull had grounded their spacecraft out in the open. That's a real good way to attract marauders. See those canisters by the entrance? Marauders come sniffing around in here, and I can take them all out with a single shot. Not bad, huh? Yeah, okay. You look like you know your way around a gun. Got some spare ammo, not counting the bullet in my side. Here, you can have my saber too, for patching me up and all. All Spacer's choice weapons are now 30% less likely to malfunction. You've tried the best, now try the rest. Spacer's choice. Yes, nailed it that time.
Can you tell me where I am?
You hit your head or something? You're in Emerald Vale. We're a Spacer's choice community. Edgewater's a little ways down. Prettiest place in the Vale. Be sure to stop by a provisioner's for a can of our famous salt tuna. The Hope? Is that some sort of fancy new drug? Are you with Auntie Cleo or something? Don't take this the wrong way or nothing, but I'm not allowed to fraternize with Cleo workers. Company policy.
Damn it, my ears! Oh, what just happened? Can you hear me? What in the... This...
Okay, to make sure my mic was unmuted.
Here before you get yourself killed. Don't know where you came from, stranger, but you best keep your head down. There's marauders hereabouts, and worse, landing violators. Gall on that rung leech. Landing in the Vale without using an official Spacer's Choice landing pad. I'd slap him with a fine if it weren't for all these marauders shambling about. Really? How is he? Shouldn't have done that. Spacer's Choice family ain't authorized to receive medical aid from off-brand physicians. We'll see him back to Edgewater, just as soon as I cross these marauders off with the swift, cost-efficient fury that's made Spacer's Choice the most trusted brand in personal defense. I just, need a couple of winks to catch my breath. Stretch my legs, son.
The Sun Choice Chiefs guards back down from a challenge. Dumb.
This is gonna take a lot of paperwork. This is gonna take a lot of paperwork.
Please be informed that this vessel contains no valuable plunder. Marauder, please be informed that ignoring me is dangerous for your... your health. Please. Be advised that using the respecification machine will not make you a better person. Marauder, please be informed this ship does not possess a working power regulator for you to steal. Marauder, please be informed the ship has no crew for you to murder.
Give me a few minutes, everyone. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back.
Unauthorized access of spacefaring vessels is a crime. Please submit yourself to the authorities. Hello, Marauder. I am Ada, the autonomous digital astrogator of this vessel. Please be informed that I am authorized to use violent retribution against unwanted solicitors. Please return any misappropriated equipment and exit this vessel in an orderly fashion. Failure to do so will result in your immediate destruction.
What are you gonna do? Self-destruct?
Jetstream procedures initiated. Please engage in airlocks. Preparing to eject all boarding parties in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You realize we're on the ground, right?
You are still here. My deception protocols have failed. I have been programmed to express disappointment.
I need to get this ship in the air.
I am incapable of accepting orders from anyone other than Captain Alex Hawthorne.
The son was supposed to meet me when I landed.
I deduce from the tone of your voice that Captain Hawthorne failed to meet you at the designated location.
He met my escape pod. He met my escape pod all right, head first.
I understand. I will require some time to process this information. Thank you for your patience and for your honesty. I am programmed to take orders exclusively from Captain Hawthorne. If I accept your orders, then you must be Captain Hawthorne. Do you understand?
I get it. You need me to be captain or you can't fly.
Well done, Captain Hawthorne. I see your powers of deductive reasoning remain intact. Unfortunately, our engine is currently inoperable. Our main drive suffered a critical power failure, and we were forced to make an emergency landing. The main drive's power regulator has been irreparably damaged and must be replaced. Astutely observed. However, the probability of locating a power regulator within a worker settlement falls within acceptable parameters of certainty. High-capacity power regulators are sometimes employed in the electrical networks of worker settlements. I have taken the liberty of printing you a new Captain's Identity cartridge. Please try not to lose it this time. This cartridge identifies you, Alex Hawthorne, as the registered proprietor and captain of the Unreliable. Do you understand?
Yes, and I get it. I get it. I got it. Thanks.
Thank you. I appreciate your cooperation. Best of luck in your search for a power regulator. Try to stay alive this time.
Okay. Okay. What does that mean? Okay, I didn't know what that means. Shit, I undid. Okay. Okay. Yeah, went to the wrong one. Okay. Damn, well, I don't want no knives. We can break them down. They're still the same, so. Okay. Level 4. Okay. This is cool. I'm starting to learn this, you know. Little. Okay, weapon parts.
If your equipment is in need of repair or modification, the Crux 2000 workbench is at your disposal, Captain.
Okay. I need to see about buffing this up. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so I can't do that yet. Do you want to send the damage? Okay, 14 plus. I don't know what it'll do. Before I even do that, let me save my game real quick. Okay. Okay. No, don't. Well, I can go ahead and repair it, but it'll be broken down later, though, I guess. Okay.
Want to be a brand new you? Try out our respecification machine. Alex installed it himself, right before he died.
Say, this wouldn't happen to be your ship, would it? Because you sure walked in it like it was your ship. And if this ship is yours, well, mister, you owe Spacer's Choice a hefty fine. Afraid we gotta dock your pay.
I'm gonna lie, it will work.
Oh, by the law. I'm so sorry. I had no idea we had an inspector coming. If you'd like to speak with my manager, I report to Constable Reyes in Edgewater. Edgewater's not too far. Just follow the road east of here, over past the cemetery. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to inspect the crime scene before I make my report.
Oh, this is too funny. It worked.
Marauder's attire. You're liable to give some people the wrong idea.
Why did you say that?
It's in poor taste. Dressing up like a Marauder's disrespectful to all the workers that got eaten by him. Ain't safe out here. You'd best head into town. Avail yourself of Edgewater's high walls. And low prices.
I never got your name. My name is, I'm Triple H.
Pleased to make your acquaintanceship. I'd shake your hand, but I've been hauling corpses. You don't want none of that on you. Name's Silas. Junior in humor for the town of Edgewater. We're all part of the Spacer's Choice family. Definitely not the junior in humor, that's for sure. If you've got business inquiries, you should stop by Reed Thompson's office. He's up in the tower above the cannery. Head into town, follow the road. Look, you obviously ain't a worker. What's your racket? You a smuggler? Freelancer? Edgewater is a company town, board-owned and operated. That includes the cemetery. None of us own our grave sites. We rent them from the company. Renting means money. Money means paperwork. Paperwork means signatures. Some of our families become a mite delinquent in paying their dues, you see. Four workers still haven't paid up. Phyllis, Conrad, Ludwig, and Martin Abernathy. He's a special case. You may want to twist his arm a little. He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Just make sure he pays up. Conrad's got a barbershop in town. Phyllis works at the cannery most hours. Abernathy... I ain't seen him in a few days. His domicile is near the cannery. You'll find him in town. All except Ludwig, that is. He's over by the landing pad. He just is. Look, I don't want to get into it. Yeah? You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewater saps lost near every soul to plague. But you'd be wrong. We're survivors. Loyal company folk, brave in the wilds. Every now and again, a virulent plague sweeps through our town. That's life on the frontier, I suppose. A body grows accustomed. Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. 20, 30, carry the one... all my life? Work's been real good to me. Fresh air, exercise. Only problem's the paperwork. Can't get anybody to pay their gravesite fees. Former people, yeah. Marauder's been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards. Oh no. They are after the most precious loot of all. Spacer's Choice Company property. If those Marauders swipe any more bodies out of my cemetery, the company's gonna duck my pay. You could look at it that way, I suppose. You could look at us and say, those Edgewaters, but you'd be wrong. Hang on, I'm doing some math in my head. Work's been real good.
Merciful law. Is that a marauder's outfit? I don't want you wandering into my shop wearing something you've lifted off a corpse. Please don't touch anything. Your hands are probably crawling with germs. Physical hygiene recapitulates moral hygiene. Cleanliness is next to lawfulness. So everyone says, until someone forgets to cough into their elbow, and then we're all dying of plague. I'm Conrad. You will report to me if your hair fails to meet Spacer's Choice aesthetic standards. You will also report to me in the event of your death, whereupon I will clean and prepare your remains for interment. A ship? Dear me. You seem to have lost the ability to distinguish between reality and fantasy. This is what happens when you let your imagination run wild. I don't approve of fantasizing. It's a dreadful habit, corrosive to the mental faculties. You ought to let the vicar take a look inside your head. Vicar Maximilian, our man from the OSI, here to spread the message of scientism like a soothing balm upon a feverish head. Or so you'd expect. You'll find him in our local church, probably neglecting his duties. He doesn't seem to like us much. The vicar has not been with us long, and in his relatively short tenure in Edgewater, gives off the distinct whiff of superiority. Go ahead. Edgewater has been good to me. I consider myself privileged to work here. I am never wanting for work, not since the plague started. The plague's come at us with a vengeance this year. Lost 6 workers in as many months. I wouldn't call them good workers, mind you. If they were any good, they'd have been treated. Still, it is a shame. Fever, chills, fatigue, aching, vomiting, an excess of phlegm, a tendency towards belly aching. Company policy, friend. We don't have enough medicine to treat all of us, so we treat the best among us.
Whose idea was that?
Mr. Thompson's brainchild. Have you met him yet? Thoughtful-looking fellow, stares out of his office most hours. Ah, gravesite fees. Silas and I had talked about this at length. I thought I'd made it clear my pecuniary situation precludes the necessary restitutions. I mean that I can't possibly pay my gravesite fees. I simply cannot afford it. I am a blemish on the prosperity of our fair settlement. When I expire, I expect Silas to toss my body into a ditch.
I don't care, pay up. You have a very loose. So where's this?
With what? My own blood? Tell Silas I can't afford to pay, and that I fully expect to have my medical rights revoked for this dereliction. With my apologies. Not a bad idea. But I'd need some kind of collateral. My pair of lucky clippers. No, that won't do. Your idea intrigues me, but I'm afraid I don't have anything to give Silas. I'm open to suggestions. Much obliged.
That said we ain't making our quotas.
I don't know you. The Unreliable, you say? Never heard of any company supply ship with that particular name. I don't know what you're about. But this here's a Spacer's Choice drinking establishment. We're all loyal, hard-working company folk here.
There's something going on here that I should know about.
You really think so? That's kind of you. I've been trying to keep the floors clean. You got no idea how long it takes to scrub the tiles. Guess I misreckoned you. Sorry about that. I didn't mean to be curt. We just got some problems lately. I can get you a drink if you'd like. Gotta ask you to enjoy your beverage within the premises, though. Can't risk you bringing a drink over to those deserters. You understand.
Fine by me, and let's see what's on top. on tap. What's this about?
Traitors. The lot of them. Bunch of folks decided they were tired of working and went out into the wilds to fend for their own selves. Town's already struggling to make quotas, even without that band of slackwits abandoning their posts. Bunch of lazy, shiftless rung leeches. Anyway, enough about them. What can I do for you?
I'll have a drink. I want to talk about. I want to talk to some. Where do I find him?
Do you now? And what makes you think Mr. Thompson wants to talk to you? He's a busy man. You want to talk to Mr. Thompson, try ignoring your duties. He'll summon you up to that great big tower atop the cannery, and you'll get yourself a proper dressing down.
You see that like it's a good thing. There was something else I wanted to ask you.
It is a good thing. If you're not pulling your weight, you don't deserve to live here. Simple as that. Go ahead.
So what's your story?
I don't see how that's any of your business.
I'm gonna try this.
You're the first to ask after me in some time. I'll give you that. But I don't have a story to share. My family's worked Spacer's Choice for 2 generations, and I've lived in Edgewater just about all my life. Wanted to work in the sciences once upon a time. Would you believe it? That was a wild fancy. Glad I disabused myself.
Sounds like Satan's Choice took care of you.
They did. They gave me a life. Gave me a purpose. This is where I belong.
So you had a dream of being...
What happened, you ask? What always happens when you're dreaming? I woke up. I just didn't have the brains for it. Asked too many questions. Wasn't suited to the work. So I did the right thing and worked the life I was always meant to live. Now that I'm behind a bar, I can ask all the questions I want. Important ones. Like, when are you going to pay your tab? And would you like another round of cold, refreshing Zero-G?
Science 5. Ask questions about... ask questions is the...
Don't talk to me that way, please. Spent many years disabusing myself of that notion. Don't need you putting it back in my head. Lab work ain't for me. Never was. Never will be. Spacer's Choice put me where I belong. And for that, I am grateful.
Well, I think it worked, though. You've been stubborn to scrubbing dishes all your life?
What's wrong with that? It's good, honest work. Pots and pans don't scrub themselves. Glasses don't fill themselves either. Unless you're in Byzantium. I hear everything's automated there. Not that I'll ever find out. Not so fast. I told you about my life. Your turn to tell me about yours. So, what's your story?
You won't believe you won't believe it if I told you. I'm still trying to figure that out myself. I'll tell you some other time. Not one. I'm willing to share.
That right? Prove it.
I'm the last survivor of the ship Hope. Everyone else is frozen. I'm an alien spirit. I'm gonna try this.
Oof. You knocked your head in the cannery, didn't you? Injuries come out of everyone's pay. Says so right there in your contract. So, you want to tell me what your story really is?
A crazy scientist. I'm the last survivor of the sun.
Ah, I know that serial drama. They were playing it just the other night. What was it called? The Last Spacer? You're right. I don't believe you. I'd advise you to keep that story unsaid. Don't want people thinking you're a loon.
If I told you I just got shot into space by a crazy scientist.
Ugh, is this the start of a joke? If you want me to laugh at your jokes, it's a 3-drink minimum.
Well, in that case, let me see what's on top of it. I wish it was a joke. Honestly, I don't even know where I am.
Most folk forget where they're standing after a few drinks. Seems to me you've got a head start. Anyhow, Whatever happens outside the walls is not my business. Only deserters and marauders wander out there, and I cannot tell you which I revile more. My world is these four walls, that door, and a row of mugs that need cleaning.
It almost sounds like you're afraid to go outside.
Let me make something clear. Spacer's Choice has been real good to me. The town's been real good to me. I start gallivanting around outside the walls, poking around in places I shouldn't be, learning things I've got no right to know. People will talk. Won't ever catch me asking about the world outside. Else the town's gonna say Amelia's gone soft. That Amelia's pondering desertion. I don't want that.
You have to admit, she is beautiful. I like her. I think it's a mistake living your life on everyone else's terms. I suppose you've all got to do our jobs. I imagined you'd want to get out of town with some, you know.
And be satisfied with our lot in life. I've said enough. People come here to drink their problems away. If they wanted to face their problems, they'd go see our vicar.
Okay, that's enough.
Keep your distance, friend. Sick house is no place for a traveler.
I appreciate the company and all, but you really ought to leave. You don't want to be seen around me. Because I'm sick. You don't want to associate with people in the sick house. We're not worth your time. I'm in about as much trouble as I can be. No reason you ought to be tarnished by association. People are gonna talk.
I don't mind. Why? What's going on here?
Figured it was obvious. I got sick. Couldn't get better on my own. Got moved here for everyone's sake. Maybe you don't know this, but there's a real simple reason you don't talk to the plagued. You don't want what we've got.
I've got some training. I could take a look at you.
Don't. Please. I could get into a lot of trouble.
You obviously need help.
That's kind of you to say, I suppose. But I don't need help. What I need is to understand my own folly. Company always tells us weak spirits lead to weak bodies. If I didn't want to fall sick with plague, maybe I should have worked harder. Maybe I should have taken more pride in my work.
That's ridiculous. You can't blame yourself because you fell sick. Feel sick. It's a little.
I really wish you wouldn't say those sorts of things. I told you once already. People could be listening. I'm feeling a touch faint. If you don't mind, I'd like to be alone for a spell.
I'm not even gonna pronounce what that was. I just saw.
Something's not right. It's time to collect a fine bounty. That's odd. Better take a look.
Sounds like somebody was shooting. Oh, they're shooting them things. Okay.
Another day at the cannery.
Don't go knocking your work. At least we've got one.
Yes, Mr. Thompson. I'm fine, Mr. Thompson. Oh, sweet merciful law. A marauder's in my domicile.
Wave your gun and hand over all your bits. Hey, take it easy. I'm not a marauder.
There a reason you're running around outfitted like one of those monsters? Did Mr. Thompson send you to put the fear in me? Well, you tell Mr. Thompson I'll be right at my post. Tomorrow. Bright and early tomorrow. Because I'm definitely not plagued. As spry as a spring chicken. That's old Abernathy. You some sort of wandering alienist? Walking into a man's own domicile, pestering him about his mental state?
So you're...
Silas knows, doesn't he? That's why he sent you. That's why he wants me to pay up. He knows.
He told me everything.
Sounds like he's already told you. May as well hear it from me. I'm dying. I'm not long for this world. The date of my expiration is fast approaching. And soon I shall be ushered through the great cannery in the skies. It's plague. Has to be. Silas knows. He knows I got one foot in my grave, and now he wants to charge me for the other one.
I'm sorry to hear that. You're being... I'm sure it's all very... pay me so I can get out of here.
You are? Oh, wow. First time anyone's ever told me that. I'll pay your fees. I don't want any trouble from Silas. But if you could see your way to freelancing for me, I could really use the help.
How can I help?
There's a cache of anthracillin tucked away in the old community center. Powerful stuff. Stronger than what we got, anyway. I need you to break in, nab that medicine, and bring it back to me. You oblige me with your haste. I think I feel the plague spreading. Oh, Lord, it's in my spleen now. I can feel it. Just keep your head down when you're in there. Marauders have taken over.
Oh, trust me, I know. I've been in there.
Archives.
I've been in there. I know. And
You're making a mistake working for Abernathy. Excuse me. I'm Esther Blaine, Spacer's Choice Actuary. I overheard your talk with Abernathy. I hope you're not thinking about getting him that medicine. Abernathy is a well-known hypochondriac. Anthracillin is wasted on him. You're better off selling it to me instead.
He's got some of something. You're saying is
All I'm saying is Abernathy's worked in this town longer than some of us been alive. How do I put this gently? He's got a lot of cobwebs up in his attic. I probably shouldn't tell you. Don't want you implicated for what I'm trying to do. Alright, here's a summary. A lot of sick people in this town, and we don't have the medicine to treat them all. Can't reach out to corporate without crossing a river of red tape, so I'm reaching out to you.
Someone's paying me for my trouble. Can you
I'm paid better than Abernathy. Whatever he's giving you, I will do you one better. That's all I can ask of you.
The grease monkey, Argo?
I'm sorry, Mr. Thompson, sir. You asked why it's taking so long to fix. The answer's technical.
Don't apologize. Just try using small words.
The can's bust open in the oven because she's set to cook saltuna, which isn't what we've got. Mr. Thompson? I think there's someone here to see you.
Seems we've got a guest. Really now, Parvati, I do wish you'd spoken up. I do apologize. I was given no forewarning of your arrival, or I might have welcomed you at the gates myself.
Are you St. Reed? I was told I should talk to you.
I'm Reed Thompson, Outpost Administrator. I must say, wearing a marauder's outfit is in very poor taste. I do wish you'd show your uniform a little more respect.
I think you may have the wrong idea about me. A uniform? What are you talking about?
Shirt, pants, work boots, company-approved colors. The, honorable apparel of a loyal worker?
Let's skip the small talk. I've got a ship in need of a repair.
Yes, so it dawns on me. Seems I allowed my excitement to run away with my wits. Been a few seasons since we've had a visitor pass through.
Only regulator we got is hooked up to the town transformer. Mr. Thompson ain't liable to be keen on dismantling it.
I beg your pardon. I am most emphatically not keen on any such thing. I can't let you have our power regulator. But I happen to know of another one. And I happen to know exactly how you may retrieve it without frying yourself in the process.
Let's hear it. Frying myself?
Oh, yes. Saw someone put his hands on a regulator while the power was running. His legs were still twitching when we buried him. There's a power regulator in the old botanical lab. It's mostly abandoned, so all that power is being squandered. Go down to the geothermal plant. Reroute power from the Botanical District over to us. Once their power's shut down, you can have their regulator and be along on your way.
When you say mostly abandoned, what do you mean?
I was not entirely sure how to tell you this. The botanical labs are not legally inhabited, but there are people who live there.
Tell me what I need to do. What a surprise, I never would have guessed.
I am not trying to pull one over on you, friend. You were bound to run into them sooner or later. The people living in the botanical labs, they're deserters, former workers. I need them back at their posts. I need them to come home.
If you want me to solve your son problem, I charge body.
Edgewater is struggling. We haven't hit our production quota in years. If we don't meet our quotas this year, the company might shut us down for good. I need those workers back at their stations.
None of what you're telling me is my problem. I've been certain I don't blame those workers for walking out.
My hope is that by cutting off their power, you will convince those deserters to come back to town. Before you go to the plant, I want you to stop by the botanical lab. Speak to their leader, Adelaide. Tell her the power's about to go, and that it's time her band of deserters came back to town.
Alright, Reed, I'll see what I can do to help you. How will I...
Adelaide's older than the other deserters. She's dignified, kindly. From what I understand, her camp looks to her for leadership.
These workers must have left town for a reason. What if son doesn't want to come back?
That is not a hypothetical I enjoy entertaining. We need Adelaide back. Nonetheless, I will settle for the return of her followers. We belong to one community, the Spacer's Choice family. If we dissolve into factions, then we will all perish separately. Adelaide will understand that.
Alright, Reed, I'll see what I can do to help you.
My dad told me all about the plant. Taught me all he knew. I could come in useful. I mean, if that's all right with you, Mr. Thompson. Sir.
I hesitate to part ways with Miss Holcomb, but I cannot deny that she is talented and may prove useful to you. You will need an administrative passcode in order to enter the plant. I am trusting you with mine, and trusting Miss Holcomb to guide you if you'd like.
Sure, I could use the company.
Great! I got my wrenches and diagnosticators and hairpins and engine tape, so I'm all set.
Well, I am glad to hear that. Best of luck to you, and thank you again for your help. It is a lot to ask of a stranger, I know.
Brian Strawberry, best friend. Son, new manager, son. Okay, you've gained a companion. They are characters that join you in your adventures and help in a variety of ways. Oh, cool. Hell yes. You can unlock a special oh, heck yeah. This is awesome.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk.
Why? What's he gonna do? I'm gonna blow his head off. Kidding.
We better clear out of Mr. Thompson's office before we talk. Hey, mister, can we talk? Sorry. Can we chat? Sorry. You just want to get out of here. And you likely don't want to tag along like me. It's just, Mr. Thompson has his own view on matters, on account of it's his job and what all, but that's not the only side of the tale.
This is about son. So what's the other side of it?
To Mr. Thompson, a person's a gear. It does its job quiet-like. If it squeaks or stutters, it gets replaced. The deserters are decent folk. I knew some of them before they left.
I can't blame anybody for wanting to leave this town and got issues. How well did you know that you worked with them? Were you were friends or what?
I don't know anybody well. I mostly listened to them talk, kept my head down. There was a boy named Thomas who used to follow me around, asking questions about the stuff I fixed. He was real sweet to me. Not any sort of dissident.
Okay, so if you've already done it, it don't highlight anymore. So it's like you've already done it.
Miss McDevitt? Oh, gosh, no. She was a real important person. A flavorist. Made all the food taste decent. She used to work up in the big office with Mr. Thompson. All I know is she left after her son died. It was a real big to-do. I could hear them both yelling clear from my own place.
You can't leave it at that. You can't leave it at that. Why were son and...
Can't say as I know. I wasn't there. The sound carried, but not the words. If Mr. Thompson ain't of a mind to tell you his own self, you'd best ask Miss McDevitt, if you can get out to her. Mr. Thompson's aiming to take away their power. They'll have no lights to see, nor heat to cook. They'll be at the mercy of marauders, or worse. It don't seem right to me, mister. I think you should talk to the town's vicar about it. Max, his name is.
I suppose it couldn't hurt. We'll stop by. What do we need to talk to someone about? Flipping a switch?
The mission's on the east side of town. You can't miss it, on account of it being the only clean thing. About if what Mr. Thompson proposes to do is upright. Leaving Miss McDevitt's folk to their fate. They're neighbors. Kin. And maybe he can think of something else to try. Something we ain't. He used to go walking outside town. Maybe he found something that'll help. It's just an idea. That's all. Thanks, mister. I just think when you gotta make a decision that'll hurt somebody, it's best to think on the right and wrong of it. That's what my dad used to say anyways.
Yeah, first let me save. Alright. Alright, so long tomorrow. Okay, retrieve. Okay, we'll do that here if we want to go towards that place.
Hey, you hear about Brooklyn? A friend of mine died a couple of weeks back.
Oh, I cut my own hair.
What can I do for you?
You sound like you had some. I know a thing or two about medicine.
Oh? Am I in the company of a fellow doctor?
So you prefer sun for sun pretty sun. I'm guessing you were trained at a.
Experience was my teacher. Experience and... So, you want to be an embalmer, brochures 1 through 5, courtesy of the Spacer's Choice Department of Career Development. Go ahead. What can I do for you?
Okay, so I couldn't do that.
You the new worker? Whatever. Make it quick, tenderfoot. I'm busy.
I'm guessing you're the son.
Foreman Granger. Mind those words don't come out of your mouth unless preceded by yes or right away or thank you. Shit. Silas still on about that. Here, take the fees. I'd appreciate it if you didn't tell Reed I was late on my payment. Because they're not my fees and not my gravesite. Guy I worked with shot himself. I paid the bill.
That's kind of you, I guess. You have to pay for your neighbors.
If you're not familiar with board law, you ought to be. Law requires delinquent gravesite fees to be paid by the deceased party's closest living relative, which meant me. Shame, though. Eugene was a good worker.
You said this guy shot himself?
Woke up one morning and put a round through his upper story. Can't imagine why. The kid was doing all right at his desk. We all thought he was an upstanding receptionist. Just between the two of us, I'm pretty shocked his weapon didn't misfire. Spacer's Choice handguns aren't the most reliable.
That's an awful thing to say. Must be tough losing family.
Eugene wasn't family.
I thought you said you were close related.
I was the closest living person relative to his body at time of death. I'm the one who found him, you see, so I pay the fines. Suicide's a crime. The legal term is irreparable damage to company property. What Eugene did to himself was vandalism.
You can't be serious. What did they do?
When one of your workers commits a crime, the entire town pays for it. In other words, Edgewater would have been penalized pretty hard. Whatever Eugene was worth as an asset, we would have had to pay out of pocket to Spacer's Choice.
He was a person, not a assistant. Wouldn't you, would have you done and didn't?
Look around. Edgewater ain't exactly swimming in luxury. We can't afford to pay the body price of a suicide. All I know is Silas asked me for Eugene's gravesite fees, which means he was approved for burial, which means his papers went through, which means the town's in the clear. I'm just glad to put this whole ugly affair behind me. Eugene can rest his bones in peace, and the rest of us can get on with our own lives.
What can I do for you? Go ahead.
Okay. So seems like I can't do that right now. Collect some grandson. Barbershop in. Okay, I tried that and I ain't getting nowhere yet. Son says he can't afford to pay his fees. It must be worth mentioning to his yeah.
Heard something outside the walls today.
Nothing for us outside those walls. You want it?
Wish we had some better rations.
Just the way it goes, I suppose.
Hey, Miss Parvati. Come for a bit. Lovely to see you about, Miss Parvati.
Things going all right, Silas?
Been keeping him careful and true, miss.
Tattoo is. What are you talking about, son?
Best to ask her yourself.
My dad's buried here. Silas watches over him when I can't leave the house.
I'm sorry, son.
Oh. Well, thanks.
Something I can do for you?
Hey, about those fees you wanted.
You run into any trouble?
Son said he can't afford to pay.
Conrad's barbershop is a yawning pit that swallows his every bit. I keep telling him he should cut a few corners. Skip out on the disinfectant. You gotta put the squeeze on Conrad. Find some dirt on him. Maybe check his back room.
Are you suggesting?
That's the word, extortion. Been on the tip of my tongue all day.
The hell? Okay, Son says he can afford some. Okay. Son suggested searching around Son's shop for some. Okay. Searching around Son's shop for some to aid. Okay. Ow.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Yep.
Thank the law. I've been requisitioning backup for months. Guess the boss finally came to his senses. You ever swung a truncheon? Let me see your rifling stance. I want to make sure you're up to snuff.
What are you babbling about? Are you okay? You seem confused.
I'm talking about mechanical soldier. Cold, heartless automatons made of iron and lies.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just my luck. I ask for backup and the boss sends me one of them simple folk. All right. Listen real close. Auto-mechanicals. Creatures forged in the fires of malevolence. I seen them over by the old power plant. Clattering about. Firing at the birds. Orchestrating their uprising. When the swarms of mechanicals come clanging on over that hill, where will you be? Cowering beneath your cot? Or standing shoulder to shoulder with the resistance?
Son sent me. You owe him.
I've been gathering up a war chest over the years. Saw tuna cans, mostly. Some Spacer's chaw. A few bit carts. I'll reward you for your aid. Enlistment fees. Yeah, I suppose. Wouldn't want to give the Resistance a bad name.
Got it.
They have sent a scout, prowling around the junkyard just behind our beloved town. This scout must not be permitted to return to its base of operations. Cross it off, then report back.
If I'm going after this Sun Scout, I could use a couple pointers.
Mechanical's got a weak spot in their midsections. I think the technical term is, the blue glowy square thing. Go on. I'm Ludwig Miller, Associate Security Officer for Transportation. Officially? Unofficially? Strictly between you and me. I am the only thing standing between Edgewater and total annihilation. I told Silas I'd pay my dues if he agreed to join the Resistance. Guess this means he's finally heard the calling.
I'm gonna try this. He sure did, and he's asking for a little extra to send the
Mechanical repellent. A stroke of inspiration from the law itself. Here, I've been saving up a couple of bits for just such a project.
I did it. I freaking did it. It worked. I did it. I fucking tricked his ass. Oh man, whew. Whew. Oh man, I had to mute my mic. I had to sneeze behind the scenes. No, I'm kidding. I seriously did though. I had to sneeze. Damn, that would have blown y'all's eardrums out. Whew.
Another day at the cannery.
What can I do for you? What can I do? Go ahead.
Okay. Now what does it say? Okay, the son says he can't afford it and to pay his fees. It might be worth mentioning to Son suggested searching around Son's shop for some concern to aid in getting him to pay. Ah, okay. Around his son's shop for that's not it. That's kind of what it could be, but no.
What can I do for you?
I know about Son. Why are you not? Why not use his teeth As,
You know about Eugene? How?
a funny note from son. None of your business.
You probably heard it from one of our local gossip mongers. Eugene's golden teeth were a family heirloom, representing 3 generations of poor dental hygiene. He took them to his grave.
I'm sure he won't miss them. They were probably worth a few bits.
That's unthinkable. Eugene's body and all rare earth minerals contained therein are solely the property of Spacer's Choice. I can't ask Silas to dig up a man's body and pry a few teeth loose from his jaw just to pay my bills. Can I?
Are you asking rhetorically? Because if you're being serious... Ugh, gross.
Desperate measures, Miss Holcomb. Desperate measures. I'm going to have to ask Silas to dig up those teeth. It's the only way I'm paying my gravesite fees.
Are you sure about this? Ask for forgiveness from the son later. I don't care. I'm just here to collect.
I'm sure that I have no other choice. Here you are. Gravesite papers affixed with my signature and an IOU.
I told son I'm told son killed himself. What about what happened?
Eugene was not a suicide. He put a bullet in his brain, yes, but that's largely a technicality. I was the one who prepared Eugene's body for interment. I discovered symptoms of the plague on his corpse, and I discovered medicine in his pocket. Lots of medicine. Eugene overdosed on adrenatime, which is known to cause psychosis and paranoia as possible side effects. Paranoia drove him to take his own life.
You idiot. That is suicide, you dumbass. That's terrible. So the town never had to pay a...
It's a miracle of bureaucracy. If Eugene's death were filed as a suicide, we'd all pay the price for his crime. We can all thank our lucky stars that young Eugene was hopped up on medication and suffered its predictable side effect. I included it all in my official report. I'd like to think I saved Edgewater a great deal of money. We never could have paid the fines associated with a suicide.
Okay, we actually did it. So now we can go back to him, turn his mission in, and that's it. Ugh. Bleeding with the blood all alone. Sorry. Okay, that picture is disgusting and disturbing. Yummy.
Grave digging's a fine profession. Always work to be had, and nary a word of complaint out of your clients.
Hey, about those fees you wanted.
You run into any trouble?
I'm all done. Paperwork, fees, and signatures.
Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to.
I went out. Please let it work.
And I'll buy you a drink sometime.
The fuck? sorry about that, everyone. Apparently my maintenance guy's here, and he's working on something, and they got a dumbass out there blowing his horn. Apparently they can't get out of the goddamn car. I was hoping for something more trouble.
Suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another.
Oh yes! The son was trying to hide his own son.
Abernathy was sick? With the plague? That's disgusting. I shook hands with the guy.
Okay, we have a psychopath outside tonight. Everyone, apparently, this person is talking to my maintenance guy, and it looks like he's trying to run my maintenance guy over. He was sudden, you knew? Yeah, isn't that why you wanted me to collect peace? Alright, sorry about that, everyone. I had to go and look out the window, and my door window, and my mate, apparently the person left, and my maintenance guy had to leave because that whoever it was trying to run him over or something in my yard, by the way, in my driveway, by the way, and he had to leave and to go take care of it. So, yeah. I just hope my maintenance guy is okay. Is going to be okay, because he's a really good guy. I mean, other than the one that lived the place I got kicked out of before, they were the complete dumbasses, assholes over there. And over here, their maintenance guys over here are really nice people, you know. And I hope he's okay. But anyways, he was something you knew. Yeah, isn't that why you wanted...
What? No. If I knew he was sick, I would have had him reported. I I needed his fees because of his name. A for Abernathy. He was at the top of my list, you see?
Let me ask you about something else.
Yeah?
Okay, nope. Hell yeah, level 3. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Okay, so we got some side missions we can do, which we're going to. Die, son, okay. Deal with some, okay. Retrieve some medicine. Oh, they're both in, okay, so they're both are in the same place. Looks like. Okay, Sun reports that he spotted a forward scout of the Sun. Let's try this in here and see where it's at. And first I'm gonna save. Okay. And that is definitely going to be it for this last stream for tonight, everyone. Sorry about this being a little short. But, yeah, I will definitely be back tomorrow afternoon, and it will be a lot longer stream than it was tonight, okay? So, thank you all for watching, either live on stream or on demand. Let me know what you think about this gameplay so far. To me, I want to let y'all know something, okay? For those that are wondering, is this better than Fallout New Vegas or any other Fallout games? Well, to be honest with you, it's like the developers that made Fallout New Vegas made this game as well. This game is like Fallout New Vegas, and let me tell y'all something, okay? Even though I bought I bought Fallout 4, I liked Fallout New Vegas more than I did that game, Fallout 4, okay? And I like this game here because it's like Fallout New. It's like I'm playing Fallout New Vegas all over again, and that's a great thing. But, and I will say this game here is way better than Fallout 4. Way better. I love this game way better than Fallout 4. Okay? Fallout 4 is okay, but it's not great. okay? And I love this in here way better, because so far I ain't seen no bugs or anything, and that thing where the guy looked like he was going up and down like that, you know? That's because it wasn't him, it was because I had my character stand, you know, and yeah. So, yeah, thank you all for watching. You have a wonderful night, and I will see you tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock for some more of The Outer Worlds. Peace out, everyone. Let me in. We're really glad that you're our friend, and this is a friendship that will never ever end.